Hello everyone, Pastor Lon here, my beautiful wife Robbie, Lynn. Welcome y'all to our next episode of Come Sit a Spell. Hope everybody's doing well and hope you have had a good week, or have had a good week since the last time we were on here. Thursday before last?
Monday. Our live was last Monday, wasn't it?
Okay, but I'm talking from the last Come Sit a Spell. It was this is 2 weeks. But anyway, got a few things I want to talk about tonight, and that's one thing we like about Come Sit a Spell. It's like when you have company over just to come and sit on the porch or spell or for a little while and just chit chat about what's going on. As far as the weather, it's been, and the highs have been in the 90s here in South Carolina, but the humidity has been really, really high.
Thick.
I don't know exactly what it's been. You know it's going to be a rough day when you get up in the morning and you look out that window, out that kitchen window, whatever. When you're getting your cup of coffee before you leave and the condensation's all over the window, you know it's going to be
well, that could mean your house is cold.
Well, it is, but I'm saying the
Which
reason.
For Corey it is.
Yeah, but too, because of the difference in the temperature from inside and outside, it just has it all. Yes.
Right now it feels pretty good. It's 76, and
Yeah.
it feels like 76.
It has been cooling down a good bit at night here. I say cooling down a lot better than the daytime.
But the daytime, when you're out there in the afternoon in that garden, I mean,
yeah,
it's uncontrollable. If you don't have something to keep the sweat out your eyes, you can't hardly see.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, it seems like.
That's why they wear sweatbands, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I always wonder what those were for.
Now you know.
Yep, I need to get me one.
Yeah, but we have been using the wet rags around our neck when we're working in the garden.
I got me one of those little neck fans that.
Yeah.
It's so hot, them things ain't.
It's just blowing hot air, ain't it?
Blowing hot air. It will, if you keep them angled right, it'll keep the gnats out your face, but you got to be standing still if you bend it down and stuff.
Yeah, remember that fan blowing hot air, about like most of the politicians in this country blowing hot air these days. Yeah. But y'all let us.
I have, while I'm out there, just take the hose and just.
Oh yeah. Put yourself down. But it's been a miserable summer. As far as the heat and humidity here in South Carolina.
We ain't got as bad as some people.
No, we don't. But for our area, it's always pretty warm and all, but it seems like this year it's just been worse. It just seems like it has been.
2 years, really.
Yeah. But it's nothing compared to what you're getting out there in the Midwest and Kansas
and
Texas and with the drought and the heat, and then up there in Kentucky with the flooding. Y'all pray for all those folks who've been affected by that. It's terrible. But anyway, y'all let us know what the weather's like in your area. I know some of it's kind of just repetitive. It's still 100 degrees and humidity out the roof and no rain and drought and stuff like that. But we've been harvesting a good bit of stuff out the garden and
a lot of squash.
Yeah. And
my cucumbers, I don't know if I planted the wrong kind. This is the first year we've planted cucumbers because we don't really eat a lot of them, but I was going to try to pickle some this time, and I can't remember the name of the ones I planted, but I don't know. They don't look like they'd be good pickling cucumbers. I don't know how, if it's too big to pickle, or I don't know what.
We never pickled them, so if anybody's on here can let us know, as far as them getting too big to pickle. I mean, I don't know. We've never tried pickling them before, but we want to. I love pickles.
And they hid from me till some of them were so big down on
some of them, normal size, but some of them have gotten pretty big. So I don't know if y'all let us know. Can you still pickle those if they get real big? Let us know if you have, or if you know we can or not.
Tomatoes. Well, my big tomatoes are just starting to come off. But I don't remember what the name of them. Brandywine and Cherokee purple. Those are just starting to come off, but those sun gold tomatoes,
they've been coming like crazy.
Them things I must be got 7 gallons or so in the freezer.
Yeah, we've been freezing those.
Because I want to make something out of them, but I can't do it right now. But as I get them in, I freeze them.
And as y'all seen some of the videos, Robbie, Lynn, we've pressure canned the squash and the hamburger, and we picked a bunch of figs here yesterday off our tree.
Picked a few more today.
And we're gonna try to make some.
I'm gonna try to do the strawberry fig preserve. Because this is the first year I ever tasted a fig.
And liked it.
I didn't think I liked figs. I have eaten a strawberry fig Newton before.
Yeah, fig Newton ain't nothing like a real fig.
Well, and anyway, I bit it. We actually I don't know if you've ever eaten one straight off the tree, had you?
Yeah, I had tasted some last year.
But they actually tasted pretty good in between. What did I say?
You told me last time between a watermelon and something.
Pineapple maybe or something?
I don't remember.
Banana. It had a kind of slightly banana taste to me for some reason, but I don't really care for the texture per se, but I did like the taste, so I think I will like the strawberry.
Yeah, you'll like it once you make it like that, yeah.
On a good old hot biscuit.
Or some homemade bread.
Yeah.
She's still making bread, by the way. We still eating the bread she's making. It's really good. And
that's a weekly ordeal now.
Y'all pray for us. We're getting ready to butcher some of our rabbits and some chickens. We got.
Pray for them.
Well, I mean, we've never done it before.
We got some friends that are gonna. We bartered with them, and we're gonna use their plucker. So it shouldn't be too bad.
Maybe not.
We're gonna try it doing that way with the plucker first, and then if we think that's too messy or whatever, then we'll try skinning them like some of our other friends told us. And see which way we like it the best. But our chickens are getting out of hand. We got too many.
We got too many chickens.
Plus, I got some young ones that
and some of the old ones are laid out. I think they're not laying like they should.
They still lay maybe every couple days.
But we just got to reorganize we got to get a little more structured in especially with our chickens.
Chickens are.
They just.
Well, tell them why now that we butchering. We decided, hey, it's time to do it now. Today. What'd you bring home? That made up our mind, really.
I bought 2 50-pound bags of laying pellets for the chickens and 2 all-purpose pellets for the goats, and we don't feed the cows any of that, mainly for the goats.
Well, technically we only feed the goats that are nursing.
Right, we let the rest of them eat the pasture and
unless it's like
woods and stuff, the trees and that other. But anyway, I brought 5 bags of feed home today. 2 laying pellets, 2 all-purpose pellets, and 1 rabbit pellet. It was $94 and some change. And it's gone up since June. Everything's gone up like,
that's just since June. I don't know how.
Well, I shared with them before. It went up $2 to get to where it was at in June from back in February.
Seems like I can remember something being $9 and something.
Well, it took it from February to like May or June to get to jump $2, and now from June till today, August, it jumped another $2.50. So those laying pellets when I bought them today was $20.25 for 50-pound bag of laying pellet. A rabbit pellet was $20.50, and the all-purpose or multi-purpose pellet $14.94. Every one of those are up at least $2 or $2.50 per bag.
Which we're fixing to start cutting our rabbits off slowly, weaning them off the pellets and
we don't buy that every week. I mean,
those rabbit pellets will last us.
Yeah.
I think the last time was July 4th. We bought.
That's right. So
it's been about a month on the pellets
since we bought any of that, really. But we've been feeding them grass. The rabbits been feeding them stuff out of the garden.
I cut on tree limbs and I give them celery.
Yeah. And then the goats got plenty of out there in the pasture, and then the ones over here in the woods, they got plenty of
the only thing that's really gulping is the chickens.
But we fix to get a handle on those chickens.
We're fix to get a knife on them.
Well, you know what I mean. But
hey, let's just use that
sledgehammer. When we first came here, we thought it was cool just to have all your chickens free ranging and it look more like a farm that way, and that's kind of nice, but it's aggravating too because they get all in the flower bed and they get out there on the lawnmower and under the shed and poop on everything, and we don't have a few doing that now. Most of them we got in that pen over there, but we're gonna do a little.
Mostly those white. What are they?
The leghorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The white leghorns. I can't stand those chickens.
So she's got pretty much down to which ones she wants to keep out of the ones we got to go along with the younger ones we're raising now.
I got one old hen out there. She's a French Copper Marron, and I've had her since we were in Harmony Hall, and I won't get rid of her. She'll die here.
Yep.
She's a good. She will set on eggs, and she hatches her babies, and she's real good at raising her babies.
And our peacock is sitting on eggs again. We messed up the last time. We didn't lock them up like we should, and both the little babies, chicks got gone.
I think we needed to.
I know, but she hatches these. We're gonna keep her locked up. But
keep the babies caged up.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what we got going on. We just been busy with the garden, even though things are winding down now. And Robbie's already started some seeds, getting ready for our fall garden. Yep. I really enjoy the fall garden more than I do the summer garden.
100,000 times more.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know the best thing about summer for Robbie and myself? Fall is right around the bend. Yep.
If we didn't have to have, if we didn't have to have summer for the garden, then I would say just.
I mean, for me, you know, I don't do a lot of hunting like I used to, but I enjoy out here where I'm at now. We got plenty of deer around here, but hopefully we'll be able to
it just puts,
get a few deer in the freezer.
In a better mood
and
in the fall and winter.
And harvesting and working the fall garden just so much more pleasant, if you would.
I got my collards, cabbage. What else did I do? Kale. And I started up some what you call garden peas, sweet peas.
Oh yeah, I love garden. That's one of my favorites.
I love them. Like some people say green beans. I love garden peas.
Yeah.
I would have as many garden peas as they have green beans.
Especially when you make that garden pea salad with what all you put in the eggs and mayonnaise
and salt and pepper.
Man, that's good. That's good right there. You need.
But this year's the first time we grew green beans. I done the what was it? Rattlesnake and another variety. I can't remember, but green beans are not my cup of tea, really. I can eat them, and I do sometimes, but to put in the work, I don't like them good enough to plant them and can them and stuff.
We were mostly raised on colored beans, the butter beans.
The butter beans and the peas.
Yeah.
And I love some peas now.
Yeah, I do too. I love peas and
pea juice. We got
some
the Dixie Lee are coming on, and some of the, what is that, purple hull?
Yeah.
The one patch, the bugs destroyed, so I'm hoping these later ones are going to.
Our best crop this year has definitely been squash. When you say?
And
tomatoes, little tomatoes. Yeah. And our corn, you know, we planted it a little late, and
it's doing what it's supposed to do.
It's doing all of them. You know, I meant to do a video on that, but
it's tasseling and got the ears, and
all of it stood back up pretty much. And
did you see that in the raised bed? How tall? It's taller than that out there, I believe.
Yeah, but the corn really impressed me by standing back up. And a lot of you say you're praying that the corn stands back up. Well, your prayers work because they stood back up, and it's bearing ears out there. So I hope we'll be breaking that soon.
All the sweet potato, the vines I planted are doing good. They're growing, and the peppers are coming on.
Mm-hmm. Well, one good thing about living in South Carolina is our grow season is.
Those peppers will last.
I mean, yeah, we got
frost.
Right, when we got a ways to go here in South Carolina for frost.
And we got like the pumpkins coming on. And
yep, watermelons. Yeah. Watermelons is doing good. We'll have some of those shortly. So the garden's really done really good overall this year.
If I get enough peppers, I'm gonna try to do some homemade salsa this year. Okay. Because I got the tomatoes to do it.
Like I said, come sit a spell. We just wanted to kind of sit and chat with y'all, and as we always say, we wish y'all were all sitting here on the front porch with us, but we know that can't be. But hopefully we'll be having some of you stop by in the near future. Got some of you that going to be coming and hopefully buying some goats from us and getting some rabbits. I really didn't have a really theme, a topic, but one thing that kept coming to my mind all week this week, and I wrote it down earlier in the week that when I could talk about, and I got 3 points to refer this to, is consistency. Consistency in whatever we do. I think you need to be consistent in anything you do, and I jotted down for myself. And Robbie Lynn does her devotion every morning, and I try to do, even if I don't do a video devotion, I do my devotion, read my Bible, go to the island and pray, that type of stuff. But I think you need to be consistent with your daily devotion, daily Bible reading, and daily prayer. Because that sets the stage, in my opinion, for the rest of your day. To be able to handle all this other stuff we just got through talking about.
You think when you first get up, you run, doing this, doing that, and you ain't got time to sit down, and you think you don't have time to sit down and do your devotional, and if you skip it, you'll see that you should have.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if you'll take the time to do that, it's like you have more time.
You do.
In your day.
You do. So we would encourage you, if you're having a problem with that or not doing that, being consistent with your Bible reading, prayer time, devotion time in the morning. When your pastor here is slack and don't get enough devotions out for you, at least read your Bible and do a devotion yourself, because I'll tell you, that'll help you during the rest of the day. And with the times we're living in, you need it to strengthen you.
Same way with giving. You think you ain't got enough money to give, you kind of thinking, you know, I better save this, I might need this, but if you'll give it, it seems like you got more.
Oh, yeah.
More will come in.
He'll
The more you give, the
multiply
more
it
comes in.
where you'll be able to even help even more.
Yeah.
That's why we need to help as much as we can with those folks in Kentucky. You know, Justin Metcalf Mills, he shared a video about that and left a link about how you could help. And we want to try to. I didn't click on the link. I just told him we were going to look at it.
I saw the other ones that are in Kentucky. What's their name?
Stivers.
They had a link on theirs, but I tried to click on it and it wouldn't take me there. So.
Well, if we can find something, I might try to put it in the link below on this video, but where you can help, because you never know. I mean, that could be us at any time, and that's what, like Justin said, that's what community is for. Help one another out, and I just think that's our responsibility, and I think we got enough like-minded people on this channel and Metcalf's channel and a lot of other ones that would be willing to help, because they know we could be in that situation any time. So being consistent with everything you do for yourself, but also being consistent on the homestead, like with chores. If you're not consistent, they'll get away from you. If you're not consistent in the garden, it'll get away from you. We know, because it has gotten away from us.
Well, hopefully next year we're going to not have that problem.
Yeah.
With the weeds out there.
Yeah, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
But whether it be gardens, take care of your animals, all the regular routine chores, maintenance. I mean, I talk to a lot of people, or some people that say, well, I've heard people say they don't have anything to do. But I'm telling you, I've never in my lifetime been able to say that. There's always something to do. If you ain't got nothing to do, you're just lazy. That's my opinion.
If you ain't got nothing to do, you just ain't wanting to do it.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't want to do it and you're lazy.
Or you just
the only way to put it.
Don't want
or you don't
do
care.
something else. Yeah.
But there's always something you can do. I mean, dog, go brush your hair and brush your teeth or something. Take a bath.
Well, you know, I wouldn't say lazy, but you just choose, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm not going to do anything.
There's a difference in taking it easy and saying, I ain't got nothing to do.
I'm not saying
anything to do.
Don't say you don't have anything to do. Say, I got something to do, but I'm just going to
Well, some of them don't say it. Some people don't do that. They just don't do it.
They say they ain't got nothing to do.
But anyway, that's
I'm bored. I ain't got nothing to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my Lord.
Really? Come over here. I'll give you something.
Yeah, we got plenty for you to do. So being consistent with yourself, being consistent on the homestead, and being consistent with your prepping, that'd be the third point. You know, buying that extra canned good, canning stuff like we've been doing. You just dehydrated those elderberries yesterday. And we've been eating some apples that you dehydrated.
Last year.
Yeah, from last year. Man, I love
I
apples
I
anyway.
Do a lot more apples.
Yeah. But
I love some apples.
we just think you need to be consistent, not only, with your walk with the Lord. You need to be consistent with your homestead, or if you don't have a homestead, a farm. If you don't have a farm, just your home in general. Just need to be consistent with everything you do, because if not, you'll get behind. If you get behind, you get frustrated.
Consistent with your diet.
That was another thing I have written down.
Eating habits.
We are really doing good. Not boasting. Thank the Lord, He's given us the strength to be disciplined. But like I said, I'm away again this coming Friday. But, a picture, you always heard this old saying, a picture worth 1,000 words. Well, when we went up yonder to their homesteading event in Spartanburg, and had our pictures made with Bill and Michelle and William and Justin and his girls and T-Paul and Renewed Homestead and Living a Hot Life and Megan and them and different ones. When I got back and looked at those pictures and seen some of that video, I said, you fitting to do something about that, big boy. I'm not going to be running around here in them there Bermuda shorts on looking like Charlie Brown on steroids. I'm tired of that. I got to get that guy. He got to go. my shorts. I'm so short. I ain't but 5'9" on a good day, and I had them shorts down below my knees.
Well, it was the shorts you had on.
Well, it was the short. I had too many LBs, man. I get some of them LBs off of it. And I've lost over. When I weighed last week, I lost over 14 pounds. I can tell it. I'm putting some breeches on and some shirts on that I ain't been able to wear in the past. And I'm gonna put some more of them on too.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't. They're gonna be coming out the closet.
Yeah.
I mean, your
So
clothes.
wait a minute now. Don't be using that terminology on this channel. Ain't nobody coming out no
Oh,
clothes.
your clothes are gonna be thrown to
Yeah.
the Goodwill.
Yeah, go and get that straight to start with. I tell you, I had some clothes we were going to take to Goodwill and get rid
You
of
been digging them out that bag?
Not yet. But I had some in my truck I was going to take back that we got when we went to Spartanburg.
Yeah.
That was a little bit too tight. And I said, no, I'll be back and wear them now. I'm going to tell you, I ain't taking them back to Walmart. Got to be consistent with that, though. And I tell you, it's a rewarding to lose some weight, to get in shape. I've been walking in the mornings before I go to work when I can, not every morning, but most mornings. And you read that Bible, you have prayer time, you do a little walking, you eat right. It just makes everything better. Everything's better when you just be consistent with your life as a whole.
Discipline.
Yeah, because discipline is the main thing to help you be consistent at everything you do. And be consistent with what you stand for, what you believe in. Don't waver. Don't let any wind blow you around. Stand firm on what you believe in. Be consistent, because it's about like back in the day. They said a man was no better than his word. And hey, I stand on what I stand upon in the Bible, and I believe what I believe as a human being, and that's not going to change. I'm standing on what I believe in. I'm consistent with what I believe.
Were you going to tell them about Tony on this
I
one?
want to mention too that I'm very proud of. Y'all seen, y'all know him as the Great Owl on our channel, and he's been on. I see him on Miss Tipper's channel. I see him on some other people's channels that we know. I'm not going to tell all of his business, but he told me to share whatever I wanted to. But he'd been down a couple of rough roads in his life, with drugs and alcohol, and he's not hiding that. It is what it is. With addictions he had. Well, it was
It
two different.
started with a back surgery or
I
something.
think he had back surgery,
He got addicted to pain medicine.
pain medicine. Then he done good. Once he got off that, he done good for a little while, and then he had some more back pain or back surgery, I think. And he'll watch this and he can straighten us out if we're wrong. But then he got alcohol was the next thing. But then he was watching Celebrating Appalachia, Miss Tipper's channel, and seen where I was commenting on that channel as the homesteading pastor. Clicked on our channel, started watching us, and
He said he'd be in his kitchen drinking while he was watching
yep,
you.
he's going to be drinking and
Commenting on our videos.
he'd be commenting on our devotional videos and other videos while he was drinking in his kitchen, and felt the convict and power of the Lord, not because of me, not because of Robbie, Lynn, because of God himself, and us being obedient, I guess, sharing the devotions, and ended up accepting Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. And I encouraged him that, YouTube is good, devotions are good, all these channels he watched that encourage him are good, but he need to find him a physical church. And he called, we being him together, we call brick and mortar church. So he found him one up there where he's from in, I can't remember, Virginia or West.
Well, he said he had been riding by it several times.
Yep.
And the Lord was pricking him.
Yep. And
telling
he
him
finally
to go
stopped.
there, and then when he heard you say that about finding a good
Yep.
church, then he
He
stopped.
felt led to stop, and I kept encouraging him to go to a physical church, and he did.
If you can find a good one, that's the best.
Yeah,
one.
and the good thing about that is they welcomed him in with open
He said
arms.
from day one,
From day one, he felt welcome. He's involved in church, and he's doing more than just going on Sunday. He's going to other men's meetings and other functions they have. Well, this past Saturday, on what date it is, I'm losing it in my mind. This past Saturday, he let me know he was going to be, or was it Friday?
Saturday was the 30th, July 30th.
But I think I called him. No, he got baptized Friday, and I called him Saturday. He got baptized on
July 29th.
July 29th, and I called him on July the 30th on Saturday to talk about it. Everything went well, but he wanted me to share this with y'all. that he accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior a while back after watching devotions and probably other channels too, maybe that sharing the gospel. But God convicted him. I encouraged him to find him a brick and mortar church. He did. They welcomed him in, and he got baptized this past Friday, 29th of July. And he's living for the Lord, and that
excited
just
and
on fire for the Lord.
They're wanting him to share his testimony at church.
Yep. Want him to share his testimony, and I'm gonna try to.
They're including him and getting him involved.
That means a lot, because a lot of churches, man, they look down your nose, their nose at people like that. But I am so glad that evidently that church is a lot like Flat Creek, because we don't turn anybody away. Everybody's welcome, and I'm glad he found a church like that up there where he lives. So maybe I could work it out one day where I could even do an interview with him from here and on the computer or whatever, and share that on here. But that's great news. But that goes to show you the family, because he come out and told me that. He said, I've seen your name on Miss Tipper's channel and clicked on there and found your channel, subscribed, and been watching y'all ever since. So it's all of us working together for one common goal.
Somebody else said they found us through, who was that? Texas gal?
Yeah, Texas gal today, and she probably watched this. She watched when we went to Brasstown, where we officiated Corey and Austin's wedding. She said she knew she had seen me and Robbie and I somewhere, but she couldn't nail it down where. We was over on Miss Helen from Georgia, live chat, and she started.
That's where she started following
us from there. Subscribed to our channel.
And then she figured out where.
And then she watched when we went to Brasstown. She watched it today. She just texted me, commented on it today. She said, "Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I just figured out where I knew I'd seen y'all from."
So when she came from Miss Helen and saw us, she said, "I seen them somewhere before."
Yep.
And then that's where
she knew that before was when we performed the wedding for Corey and Austin in Brasstown. So again, and a lot of them have been coming over where Precious Girl shared that video the other day about what YouTubers don't tell you, and I've had a lot of people come over since then. So from their channels, it's all working together. A lot of them's come over from Billy's channel. He shared that devotion the other day, and it's doing very well. I appreciate him doing that. But
Miss Helen sent a few.
Yeah, there've been several people that's really helped us out, and I try to help out as many channels as I can too. Man, there's so many on here that I love to see them grow. But again, being consistent, that was one thing, and I meant to.
That's one thing you're not.
Text them and let them. With my YouTube videos, I'm not. I'm guilty as charged. That was one thing that I can't remember if it was Corey and Katie said in their video the other day. The main, be consistent with feeding the algorithm. With whatever your channel is about, feed it. You're going with the Canon stuff, and we got a little lull right here, but we fixed to pick that back up.
My cameraman's been busy.
I know it. Cameraman's been really busy. I just think it's good. We just had a YouTube family's come together with all the different channels. We all praying for one another, supporting one another, encouraging one another, rooting for one another, and it's been a good trip. But we're getting on kind of long now, so we got to shut this thing down. So y'all let us.
It went a whole lot further than we ever thought it would.
Oh, the YouTube channel.
And the friendships and stuff like that.
It's great. I mean, it's
don't feel like we've been sitting here 30 minutes.
It don't feel like we've been sitting here that long, but
we have.
Anyway.
Good talking with y'all tonight.
Yeah.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, y'all come back now, you hear, but we
remember Michaela, we gotta take her for her. She has to go to the kidney doctor every 6 months?
6 months.
And this Friday is her 6-month checkup. She had to get her labs today, and praying that her kidney levels are stable, at least stable, if not better, no worse.
Well, she's got the same kidney disease that Bradley had, and Bradley had a kidney transplant back in 2015. With Bradley, it was a lot different. You could communicate with Bradley better, but if Michaela had to go through something like that, it would be tough.
I don't know that I'd put her through that.
I know. I don't know what.
I don't.
Just pray about it. We don't know what we're going to do with that situation.
We just hope we don't have to come to that road.
Pray the Lord intervene and want to mess with that. So, but anyway, let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods, what the weather's been like, what your gardens are doing. You know, if you're consistent with your Bible reading, your prayer life, and your devotions, what's going on in your homestead, do you agree with us, disagree about being consistent, things getting away from you? And I know most of you only believe in prepping. So keep prepping, keep stocking the cupboard, and be vigilant, keep your head on a swivel, and keep your mind on the Lord, and He'll lead and guide you every step of the way.
And for anybody who's on that, my mama's doing great. She's doing,
Oh man,
she's
Nanny's
got some pep in her step.
man, she's doing everything but cutting a cartwheel. Let me tell you, we're really proud of her. She's really doing
cooking some on Sundays.
Cooking on Sundays now, and man, she's just doing really good. The Lord has really touched Robbie Lynn's mama, and thank y'all for your prayers.
Who was it that said it was Miss Sherry, wasn't it? That she prayed and the Lord told her that He was going to.
Yeah, Miss Sherry almost
heal.
prophesied that she prayed early on when Robbie Lynn's mama was really sick and it didn't look good, that she was going to be healed and back on her feet. And to God be the glory, she is, Miss Sherry. And we thank all of you for praying.
So much weight. And
yeah.
She still, sometimes she uses one of the little 4-foot prong cane or whatever, just for support sometimes. But sometimes she don't even use that. But
back in church now, regular like she was before she got sick.
And right now, to keep her stable, whatever, she's on, I don't know how many medications, but her goal is to get herself nutritionally back in order, that she'll be able to come off a lot of those medications, and we're trying to help her naturally to do that. So she'll be off of that, all the medicines. That's just not good for you.
Yeah.
But she's got to have it to get the levels and stuff back to where they need to be.
Yeah. But it's really been a blessing in disguise because she was able to lose a good bit of weight, which helped her be able to be more mobile, get around, and get a lot of fluid off of her.
Unbelievable.
You'd have to see her in person before and now.
If you saw the person now and the way she's acting compared to when she went
her size, the way she...
Yeah, and when she went to that hospital, I mean, she could not even turn over in the bed. We had to help her turn over. We had to help her get up. She couldn't do anything by herself. And when you turned her, you had to, I mean, it was just a handful.
You really can't explain it. You'd have to been there and seen it before and seen it after.
At one time, I didn't think she was coming out of the hospital.
Yep. At one time, I think she had about gotten to the point where she was almost about to give up because she was in such bad shape. But man, she's really doing good. So
yeah, I think rehab helped her out a lot.
It did.
And I think she liked it as far as the people. She would rather be home, but I think that's what helped her get her will back or something. I don't know.
But she's really doing better. It's all because of God. But it's also because of her being willing to do what she
your mind,
done.
you gotta fight it with your mind too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make up your mind you're gonna fight.
And she had 3 daughters that were pushing her. That made a difference too. Yeah, Robbie and her 2 sisters really pushed her. And I'm glad she's back home because I talked to your daddy tonight at church, and he was saying that they wanted him to go have some blood work done or something at the doctor. He said he wasn't going to let him do nothing. He said, I'm better now. He said, the reason I wasn't eating and the reason I lost weight, because that right yonder wasn't at home. Talking about your mama. He said, she's home, and I done picked back up to where I was before she went to the hospital.
Wow.
So he told me that tonight. So
he was just depressed and
He was. He was lonesome, and Nanny's back home, and Papa's feeling good.
They might nitpick and at each other, but they can't do without each other.
They can't.
We're going to be like that when we get old.
That's right. That's right.
Soulmates,
that's the way it is. Yeah, we got to go. But y'all, remember Tony. Continue to remember Tony, the great Al. Remember him in prayer. Encourage him on here if you see him on here in the comments. We're really proud of him. Accepted the Lord, been baptized, and on fire for Jesus. So, hey, I'm so glad that God broke those chains that had him bound.
That shows you can do it.
Yep, there's a will, there's a way. You put it in God's hands, He'll take care of it. So, we love and appreciate y'all. Leave your comments below, your praise reports, and got any prayer requests, leave them down there below as well. We'll be glad to pray for them. But until next time, remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and Jesus Christ is the answer for any and everything we're dealing with in life. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye-bye.